It's time for another viewer challenge rebuild, and viewer Godfrey Drummond suggested that we rebuild Tottenham Hotspurs. But I felt like we needed another challenge to make this rebuild even more difficult. And that's where friend of the channel Everest comes in, who suggested that I only use Australian, Asian or English players. So with the challenge set, I'm ready to try and do the impossible. Try and win a trophy with Spurs. As Spurs have signed Ange Postecoglou in real life as their new manager, I wanted to use a formation and tactic that uses his style of football. So I'm using this Ange-inspired 4-3-3 as developed by Josh Daly. You can find a link to his video in the description below. After recalling some players that were out on loan, these are the players that are available to me from the start. I don't even have a starting 11. But luckily my best two players, Son and Kane, are still available, and I'll be sure to build my team around them. I've also got a decent budget to work with, as well as a lot of players that are ineligible for this challenge, which I can sell. So I've got a huge transfer window ahead of me, where I have to sign a completely new bench, as well as fill out the starting 11 with some quality. Let's get right into it. The first transfer window is done, and it didn't go as well as I would have wanted it to go. I only managed to sell 4 of the ineligible players, as most of the others had only recently joined the team and didn't want to move again. This did bring in just over 70 million, which took our total budget to just over 100 million. Let's look at the players who I managed to sign with that kind of money. I'll start with all the players that I signed on a free just to fill out the bench, and you'll recognize a lot of them if you've seen the previous rebuilds with Southampton, so I'll just quickly go through them. Danny Rose returned to the club as a backup left back. Dale Stevens joined as a backup midfielder, where he'll be joined on the bench by Jordan Mutch. We also saw Tyler Blackett and Andre Wisdom join us as our backup centre backs. A new face of the channel is Suk Hyun Chun, the Korean striker who joins us as the backup to Harry Kane. For the first player that we actually spent some money on, Joe Ward joins us for just over 2 million as our backup right back. Another familiar face from the Southampton rebuild, Chan Green joins us as our backup goalkeeper for just under 6 million, which leaves our last 4 signings who'll be playing in our starting 11. I'll start with Lee Jae-sung, our new attacking playmaker who's got plenty of experience in the national team of Korea. He joins us for just over 10 million. Next is maybe an unexpected signing, but our new left back is Charlie Taylor, who joins us for 11 million. The final returning player from the Southampton rebuild is Ryan Kent. The tricky winger who'll be playing for us on the right joins us for 13.5 million. And finally, our biggest signing yet is Japanese right back Sugawara. The talented player joins us from AZ for a hefty sum of 31 million. And as a quick side note, I really tried to bring in an Australian this window, and I had my eyes on Matthew Ryan as our new goalkeeper, but he just wouldn't join us as he recently joined AZ, but I've got my eye on him for the rest of this rebuild. But with all the deals done, this is how the team ended up. Let's just say it's not the best Spurs side ever, so all my hopes are on Son and Kane to drag us through this first season. The board expects us to qualify for the Europa League, but I'd be happy to qualify for any European football with this team. So let's simulate season 1 and find out how we did. Well, we did better than expected in season 1. While playing our questionable team, we actually managed a 5th place finish, getting that Europa League football that the board wanted. And the best thing, we finished just above Arsenal, which is a win in my book. But we've only got one man to thank for all of this. Harry Kane did Harry Kane things, scoring 33 goals in 31 games. But with his contract running out, I'm gonna have to use all my coach powers to try and keep him at the club this summer. But with a decent budget and plenty of players to sell, I'm gonna improve this team to try and convince our star player to stay at Spurs. So let's make our transfers for season 2. We've done our transfers for season 2, and let's start with the worst news possible. Matthew Ryan still wouldn't join our team. It's official, it's a side goal for this rebuild to get him into our team. I'll get you one day. Now for our actual transfer business, we went nuclear this summer. We sold 19 players this summer. I won't go through all of them as that'll take an hour, but I can tell you that the combined sum is just under 325 million. And the best part, we've spent 308 million of that on bringing 10 amazing players in. Let's go through them one by one. Let's start with maybe the most exciting one of them, as it's one of the most exciting men around, James Milner. All jokes aside, this veteran midfielder joins us on a free, providing some experience from the bench. We also got a new goalkeeper in the form of Dean Henderson, joining us for 12 million. Providing some competition for Sugawara on the right back spot, Max Aarons joins us for 23 million. As our new solid defensive midfielder, we brought in a Japanese rock, Morita, for 25 million. We really needed some quality cover in the attacking areas, so Furuhashi joins us for 27 million from Celtic. And it only gets better from here. meet our new left back Tyrick Mitchell, who joins us for 37 million. Eric Dyer also really needed a quality partner to cover for him, so the Korean giant Kim Min-jae joins us for 38.5 million. Taking inspiration from Spurs' real-life targets, James Maddison joins us for 45.5 million. But I felt like he needed a partner in crime, so FM legend James Ward-Prowse joins us for 49.5 million. And finally, our biggest signing yet, bringing some elite dribbling skills to our wings, Mitoma joins us for 51 million. But did all those transfers manage to convince Kane to stay? Oh yeah, he'll be with us for a while longer, which leaves our team looking like this. A crazy upgrade from the last season, and we actually still made a small profit. So can we improve on last season's 5th place finish? Let's simulate season 2 and find out. Season 2 is done and I'm happy with our result. This season saw us finishing in 4th, meaning that Champions League football will be returning to the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. We also had another season of finishing above Arsenal, which is just mwah. We also got very close to winning our first trophy, getting to the final of the Europa League, but we must have lost to some elite club that I'll be happy losing to. Oh, that hurts. That really hurts. Now it's personal. I have to show Arsenal who's boss next season. And making that small profit in the last transfer window paid off, because we've got a fat budget to work with. So let's make our transfers for season 3 and show those Gunners who runs this town. It's been another tasty window. 7 players left, 6 players joined, so let's go through them. Charlie Taylor served us well in the first season, but hasn't really featured since, so he's off to Rangers for just over 2 million. The same goes for Lee Jae-sung, who was only a rotational option for us in the second season, so he joined Betis for 3 million. One of the original players that actually played for us, Jet Spence, never really got a proper run out, so he's off to Middlesbrough to prove himself for just 10 million. Another OG player that's left is Tanganga. The Spurs Academy product has left for an adventure at Porto, leaving us for 20 million. And we're not done with original Spurs players leaving the team, as Ryan Sessegnon joins Aston Villa for 22 million, which leaves 2 remaining ineligible players for us to sell. Pedro Porro joins Liverpool for 13 million and Kulusevski joins PSG for 40 million. Now onto our signings, and this time we haven't made a profit, spending 212 million on bringing 6 new faces in. Let's start with our new backup left back, as Brandon Williams joins us on a free. Replacing Tanganga as our 4th option in the centre back position, Max Kilman joins us for 18 million. And I just couldn't help myself. Alex Scott joins us for 22 million as a rotational midfield option. Now for the big bucks. Ritsu Doan joins us for 42 million as our new backup winger. We also broke the transfer record of this rebuild to bring in Joe Gomez for 60 million, a valuable addition as he can play both right back and centre back. But he wasn't our biggest buy for long, as we spent 70 million to bring in Mark Gahey, who's developed into one of the best English centre backs in this save. And you're probably wondering what happened to the best player in the world. Matt Ryan still doesn't want to join our team. Why won't you join us? I could really use some comfort right now, so tap that like button to help me out. But with our deals done, this is how the team is looking like right now. A delicious little team, so my hopes are high for this season. And whatever happens, I want to destroy Arsenal this time. So let's simulate season 3 to see how we did. With season 3 done, it looks like we're going for the slow and steady approach. In the league, we finished in 3rd position, another 1 spot improvement on the previous year, meaning that we'll have another year of Champions League football. And in the Champions League, we had an amazing start this year, finishing 2nd in the league phase, but getting knocked out pretty quickly afterwards by Manchester United in the round of 16. But we really wanted to dominate Arsenal this year. We finished quite far above them in the league and we won our home fixture, but we only managed to draw away at the Emirates, and they actually knocked us out in the Carabao Cup. I don't think you can call that dominating them, and we still haven't won a trophy. And crucially, we still haven't signed Matthew Ryan. So we're gonna need a great transfer window to bring us to the next level. So hopefully our board will provide us with a great transfer budget. That's not that much. I don't know what I can do with this. Let's do some wheeling and dealing and make our transfers for season 4. It certainly was a challenge, but I've managed to make some deals. 4 players left, 3 players joined, so let's get to it. Backup goalkeeper Etchan Green hasn't played a single game for us in 3 seasons, so he wanted to leave to Preston for just over 2.5 million. Season 1 signing Ryan Kent has served us well, but was relegated to a rotational option, so he's off to Bristol City for 11 million. One of the few remaining original Spurs players, Eric Dyer, has finally left the club, joining Atletico Madrid for just under 9 million. And finally, the youngster Dane Scarlett developed really well in this save, now able to function as a rotational option in our squad. This meant that Furuhashi was pushed out of the team, so we sold him to Southampton for 39 million. Now on to our free signings, and there's a big one at the end. Let's start with our new backup goalkeeper. Nathan Baxter joins us for just 500k. Replacing Ryan Kent as our new backup winger, Nigerian Englishman Ademola Lookman joins us for 29 million. And leaving the best for last, Fikayo Tomori joins as our new elite centre-back for 71 million from AC Milan. Oh, what a player he is. Oh, and Ryan? He still doesn't want to join us. I don't know, maybe he's just an Arsenal fan. And this is how the team is looking like right now. With some smart signings and our current players developing, I think we're well set up to really go for a trophy this year and at least put Arsenal in their place. So can we finally win something this season? Let's simulate season 4 and find out. Another season is done and we just can't seem to make that final push. This season saw a repeat third place finish, but we're nowhere near the top spot. The cup competitions also didn't give us any glory and we got knocked out by Arsenal again. So I don't know, there's still something keeping us from winning a trophy. One thing's for certain, it's not our boy Harry Kane's fault, as he scored a minimum of 30 goals every season that he's been with us. But something has to change if we're to win a trophy in our last season, so I'm looking to do something drastic. Let's make our transfers for this final season. Our final transfers are done, and let me start with the most important thing of all. Did we sign Matthew Ryan? Didn't even want him anyway. Let's look at the transfers that we did make. Our only outgoing transfer is long-serving Spurs boy Harry Winks, leaving us for just over 2 million. And we made 2 signings ourselves, one of them being extra spicy. We needed some new attacking options, so Joe Gelhardt joins us for 25 million as a new rotational option. But let me present the biggest scoop of this window, Tammy Abraham, joining us from Roma as our new world-class striker. Now you're probably wondering, wait, don't you have Kane as a world-class striker? Well, there's my drastic change for this season. Meet our new midfield general, Harry Kane. With his age, his quickness was only gonna go down, making me question him as an advanced forward. But with his attributes, he can make a real impact from the midfield, and it also opens up the spot for Abraham to start as our striker. Which leaves our team looking like this. It's certainly something different, but maybe different is exactly what we need to win that trophy. So let's simulate the final season to see if we can finally win some silverware. The final season is done and we got so close. This season saw us finishing in second in the league, just behind Liverpool. We can almost taste that trophy. And the other competitions just make it worse. A quarterfinal exit in the Champions League and another losing final in the Carabao Cup. And maybe worst of all, we've lost both our fixtures against Arsenal in the league this year. Losing against Arsenal, no trophies, not even signing Matthew Ryan. Guess I'll just have to give up and just... No! We've got 1 shot left. We still have an FA Cup final to play. It's against Liverpool, who finished above us in the league, so it's gonna be a challenge. But it's the only shot we have left, so let's do it. Tensions were high and the odds were against us, but we had our secret weapon. Tammy Abraham scored for us in the 14th minute, bringing hope into the heart of every Spurs fan in the world. But was it gonna be enough? They've only gone and done it. Tottenham Hotspur win the FA Cup trophy in the final season of this rebuild. And my gamble seems to have paid off, as Tammy Abraham scored 37 goals in the league this year, while Harry Kane still scored 7 goals and provided 10 assists, so a great season for him as well. Should I be happy with just an FA Cup trophy for this entire rebuild? Maybe not, but at least I'm happy to finish it off in style. Now if you've got a suggestion for another viewer challenge rebuild, put it in the comments down below. And make sure to like the other comments that you love to see, because the comment with the most likes will determine my next rebuild. And check out the previous rebuild with Southampton if you haven't already. I'll see you on the next video.